Hello Year 3, this is Mrs Norris here with your English for today, and it is I can write a prediction about what might happen next. Our steps to success. I can infer meaning from the image, I can understand the meaning of key vocabulary, I can make connections about what I have read, I can improve sentences using adjectives to describe, I can think about what might happen next, and I can explain my predictions in writing. So this is today's picture. Magical eggs is the name of it. Have a look at what can you see, what can you infer from looking at the image, what questions are you thinking? He looks rather happy, doesn't he? Holding a box of, well, it must be magical eggs, seeing as though the title is called Magical Eggs. They look very decorative. Wonder what's so special about them. So pause the video here and have a little think about what connections you're making about this image. Okay, so let's find out a little bit more. Key vocabulary: possesses, your turn, my turn, possesses, vast, deceiving. What do these words mean? Must be important key vocabulary for today's story. So, possesses, that means it belongs to or is owned by, and these eggs are owned by this man, they belong to this man. Vast, so that is a large, enormous size, so the landscape around. Deceiving, so that means misleading or tricking people into believing something completely different. So is he deceiving and tricking somebody? Let's find out. Story starter. We'll read through the story starter and then pose some questions. Usually you're really good at asking lots of questions about the text, especially when we only have part of the information. But this gives us an opportunity to be really creative in our own personal writing. He carries them around with him everywhere. People often misunderstand him. People misunderstand the power he possesses. A year ago he found them deep inside a cave he stumbled across in Bulgaria, surrounded by a vast pile of ash from a fire that had long since gone out but still gently smoking. To protect them, he stores them in an egg box, which is a great way of deceiving people. But it's only a matter of time before the truth comes out. Okay, so you can pause here and you can reread through yourself and see what information you can pull out. 3 things. What can you pull out of the text that you now understood? Okay, so what can you tell me? We've got the word possesses, and it says the power he possesses. So he has some sort of power. Is it because of these eggs that he has a power? And he hasn't just found them, he found them a long time ago, hidden deep inside a cave. When it's talking about ash and fire, I'm starting to imagine possibly a volcano that has been erupted a long time ago, and it might still gently be smoking. But I don't know for definite. I'm making connections with what I'm reading, with what I know and understand about the environment. Protecting the eggs. So how is he deceiving people? Those eggs don't look like the eggs that you and I would use for any baking or any cooking. But we don't know, do we? So question time then. I've got 3 questions here which are all retrieval questions, so you can pick the answers from the text itself. Where did he get them from? What clues in the story starter tell you something about what the objects are? Why do you think people misunderstand the man? Okay, so look through the text, pause here and answer your questions. Right, so where did he get them from? Inside a cave in Bulgaria. What clues in the story starter tell you about what the objects are? So at the bottom it tells you he stores them in an egg box. That's the only clue in the writing itself. It's the image that gives you the main clue. Why do you think people misunderstand the man? Maybe it's because he carries them round in an egg box. It's not really what people do, other than when they go to the shops and buy some eggs, or they collect them from a farm. Maybe that's why he's a little bit misunderstood. So here are some questions that are to help you create a picture in your mind. I haven't got the answers for you, but we can make a really good guess using the facts that we have from the image and the text. What is it you think the man holds in his hands? Well, luckily we can see the eggs in the image, whereas in the text we can't see them. What type of eggs are they? Are they the same eggs that we cook with? We think possibly not. They're decorative, they're ornate. How do you think he feels about the objects he possesses? He looks rather happy, so maybe he's pleased with himself because of what he has found. Where do you think the man lives? When I discussed this with the children at school, we thought that possibly he's homeless, because we can't see anything around and it doesn't say where he's gone. He's got a bag on his back, so maybe he's homeless, that's why he has to carry them around. But what do you think? Okay, our 6 sentences. We've got 3 here. The man carried some things in his hands. They were special. Something was about to happen. So let's see if we can add some adjectives now to make these sentences more interesting. What can you tell me about the man? What adjectives could you use to describe the man? What was special about the eggs? Why were they special? What did they look like? And something was about to happen. We'll leave that one for a little bit. The first 2, concentrate on. You've got an image to help you with the description, but you can also use your own ideas to explain what the man looks like using adjectives, and the eggs as well. So pause here whilst you have a go at adding details to these sentences. Okay, so I'll show you my example. The poor old homeless man carried the most beautiful eggs in his cold, dirty hands. The ornate eggs were more precious than any other egg in the world. Something quite amazing was about to happen, something that no one had ever seen happen before. So the last sentence creates an element of suspense because we don't know what's going to happen. The other 2 sentences have got adjectives to describe the man and to describe the eggs themselves. What did you come up with? I'm sure you came up with some really good ideas. If not, pinch some of mine now, magpie them, add them to yours and improve it. So what's going to happen next? To protect them, he stores them in an egg box, which is a great way of deceiving people, but it's only a matter of time before the truth comes out. So I have put some questions here for you to think about when you are trying to answer and write a prediction of what happens next. So read through the list of questions, note down some ideas. What power does the man have? Why did he want to deceive people? Do the eggs hatch? What does he do with them? What hatches out of the eggs? What happens to the man? Where does he live? Have a go, pause the video here, have a go, note down some ideas that the questions are posing for you. Okay, so it's going to be your turn now to have a go at writing what happens next, using the ideas from the questions you have that I've posed for you. Let's leave you with, to protect them, he stores them in an egg box, which is a great way of deceiving people, but it's only a matter of time before the truth comes out. I think there might be dragon's eggs, or could they be dinosaur eggs, or could they be a new discovery of a creature that no one has ever seen before? I look forward to hearing some of your ideas on this. Don't forget, write your prediction, use adjectives to describe, be creative. There's no right or wrong answer. Use the image to help you. I can infer meaning from the image. I can understand the meaning of key vocabulary. I can make connections with what I have read. I can improve sentences using adjectives to describe. I can think about what might happen next, and I can explain my predictions in writing. These are our steps to success. So once you have completed your writing, I've got a little drawing task for you. Draw your own decorative egg. What do you think might hatch out of it? Some ideas there. And I hope that helps you to be creative in your writing for today's lesson. Thank you for working really hard today. Please send your work in to our email, year3@brindleyacademy.com. Thank you, Year 3.